Sandy with QualityStocks. Today is Tuesday, June 21st, 2011. Today we're going to take a look at Almaden Minerals. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. That could be Almaden, but it is an AMEX listed stock trading under ticker AAU. You can see it's dropped off pretty hard since the beginning part of May, from up here over $5 down to $3, trying to put itself together a reversal pattern. We'll come back and look at the candles in a moment. Now the bad here is this is actually making a lower low, but you do have the MACD histogram trying to trend back towards zero. This is what we talk about a lot of times. You'll see it try and make the turn once. If it can't make the turn, the second time around, typically it will. Not to say that it always will, but it certainly increases the odds. And that's displayed through the histogram, not dipping back down to the same level. So we're going to look for the bullish cross of the MACD to happen. This is what can be considered a very loose PPO ADX pinch. PPO is certainly not an exaggerated level, down around -7.5. That's pretty low for this particular stock. Again, you see that histogram trending back towards zero, very similar to the MACD. The ADX is in a pretty nice reversal position. At this point, pay attention to this ADX itself start to flatten back out, and look for this positive DI to try and make a move upward. Great example again of big separation, the 7 pulling way away from the 14 and 21. Here it comes rocketing right back down to it. All I look for in this is to try and continue to make some higher lows, try and break some downward trends. That right there is tracking the MFI 14. Not much from the accumulation distribution or the Chaikin money flow at this point. Best things you can pull out of it is trying to hold some bottoms and try and bounce back off some similar levels. Selling pressure is clearly still dominant, and that's reflected in both the AD and the CMF. CCI is definitely trying to put itself together a little bit of an uptrend, holding above -100 at this point. Full still down in oversold territory, nothing bullish about that. And the tricks, it's a lagging indicator, so unless you're talking about a true reversal, you're typically not going to see any sort of positive divergence with the tricks trending back towards zero. Well, the price per share is trending down. This is actually a play that, as I mentioned, kind of fell pretty hard from here in May, and the tricks certainly hasn't gathered any steam or any strength at all. RSIs, however, do look like they're trying to put together a slight uptrend. All three tucked together. 7 is now breaking through the 14 and 21. That's a pretty nice look. Any true reversal, there's your key component. Try and get all three of them above 50. Show some true momentum and some true strength in the play. See right through here, break through 50, the longer terms, holding above it, price per share trending upward. That's what you want to see. Just another little note for technical analysis. When it breaks back down through it, of course, it has to make you a little bit skeptical, but a lot of times it will turn right back up. And holding that area 50 is what you want. When it comes back through here and it couldn't make it through it again, that's when you have to start being a little bit more nervous. This might try and get much more bearish. And that's indeed what happened. So if you want to see a continuation happen, it does break through 50. That breakthrough, it's not the worst sign in the world, as long as it can pull right back up and push through it again. But because in this particular case, some upward trends were broken with that, you need to see it pull back up immediately for this chart to strengthen some signs of continuation with this upward trend. Just a quick note, technical analysis there, using the RSI. Now you can see this chart doesn't really pick up a ton of support through here. It is a little bit of a historic resistance area, but that only reinforces the support only mildly. But it has held it for several days, so I put this 290 as my bottom support. I certainly want to see it hold that. If it couldn't, it's not going to pick up more support until it gets down here around 250. I would think that should be a pretty good area of support. It held it several times here. So if it falls through this support, that would be the next area I'd be looking. As far as resistance, certainly is some right through this 329 historically, all the way up to 330. I'd be looking for that area to be a pretty tough spot. You can see it hasn't been able to move above it. It tried to a couple of times, ties right in with an old support level that it fell through. And dating back into October, November of last year, that spot from around 330 up to that 335 area was an area of resistance. So I'd look for PPS resistance to be pretty stiff in that spot. And I can see it closed at 306, so it's actually pretty decent gains with a pretty close stop loss. And beyond that, I don't really see resistance coming in heavily again until it gets up here near this 390 area. Just because of some old highs, a little bit of resistance through there, a little bit of resistance through there, a little bit of support, a little bit of support. I would assume that's going to be a tough spot as well. Again, you're talking almost a 30% move, and you're talking about trying to cross through the 200-day moving average, and more than likely that 50-day is going to be down there as well by that time. But all in all, AAU has a pretty decent look as a bottom play. It's one I'd throw on the watch list because it is holding this support level. This 2-day candle pattern right here is a bullish harami that was actually confirmed with yesterday's up day of 1.89%. The bullish harami is a relatively low reliability reversal pattern, but a reversal pattern nonetheless. So it's just one more thing that adds to the idea of pay attention to it, see if it can continue to hold the support. Volume is okay, 260,000 shares traded. That might be just slightly below average, but there is some liquidity in the stock. So on any upward pressure, I'd want to see volume pick up so it can try and gather some steam to challenge this first area of resistance. Those are things I'm going to be looking for in the AAU chart, but as always, this is merely my interpretation. This is Andy with Quality Stocks. Thank you for watching and trade smart.